At the end of the internship, the company may want to review your time with them and ask you to write a report. Also, it's a mandatory requirement by some universities and the colleges to ask the student to write the report based on the internship. So in this video, we will discuss about how to write the internship report, which all are the initial pages, chapters, and we will also discuss some pro tips. Hey everyone, welcome back once again. By the end of this video, you will learn how to write the report based on the internship. Make sure to watch the video till the end, and if you're new to the channel, then please do hit on the subscription and bell icon to get the updates of the latest uploads. And also, if you have further queries, feel free to comment them in the comment section. Internship report is a document that summarizes your internship experience and the nature of activities which you have done during your internship period. Internship report is also very important to evaluate the learning of the student, and your grades depends on that. So in this video, we will talk about the initial pages which needs to be attached with the internship report, the chapter schemes, and at the end of the video, we will discuss some pro tips. Let's talk about the initial pages. Since the name itself suggests that the initial pages needs to be attached with the project report, I have already made one video based on the initial pages. I have also discussed some formats and templates. I have left the link here in the description box, or you can also click on the I button and check out the video as per your convenience. To get an idea which all are the initial pages needs to be attached with the project report, let us quickly discuss them one by one. The first page is going to be the front page, which includes the title, name of the student, name of the guide, and the academic year and the name of the college. The second is going to be the certificate of completion. This is going to be very important. At the end of the internship, don't forget to collect the completion certificate, rather the internship completion certificate from your employer, because without the completion certificate, your project will not be accepted by your college. Next one is going to be certificate by your guide or the teacher. Your subject teacher from the college has to issue you a certificate that this student has done this internship or the project under my guidance. That is equally important, so you'll also have to collect that certificate from your subject teacher. The next one is going to be the declaration by the student. So here the declaration has to be done by the student that the work which is done under this project is genuine and the student has done it for the completion of maybe a bachelor's degree or the master's degree for what you are submitting for. Next one is going to be acknowledgement. So acknowledgement is an opportunity to say thanks to your teacher, parents, friends, HOD, principal, and most importantly to your employer. Next one is going to be the index. So the index page has to be there, where you'll have to mention which chapter starts at which page number. The project, rather the key contents of the project has to be given in the index. Next one is going to be the contents. Under each chapter, what you have mentioned, that has to be there in the content. So the content page is going to be in detail, and index will have the key highlights. Next one is going to be the table of contents or graphs or pictures. If you have included some tables, graphs, pictures or photographs, you can also mention them in a tabular format. So if as an external or a teacher, if I want to go to some specific table or a graph, I can refer the table and go. That's why you'll also have to mention that in the tabular format. And the last one is going to be executive summary. Since the name itself suggests that summary, it means it is going to be an abstract or a trailer of entire project. I have seen students committing the same mistake, like they just copy some paragraph from the project and paste in the executive summary. It's not like that. You'll have to summarize the project report, which is maybe of 30-40 pages, into one or maximum 2 pages. That's going to be the summary of your report. We have discussed about the initial pages, so you must be wondering like what is a right format. So is there any such platform? I've already made one detailed video where I have discussed the template or the format. I have left the link here in the description box, or you can click on the I button and check that video. It's a detailed video which explains about the template or the format of all such pages which we have discussed now. The second part of this video is going to be the chapters. Here we will discuss top 8 chapters which has to be discussed in detail and attached in the report. Number 1 is going to be the introduction chapters. Introduction chapter is the first chapter which has to be done very carefully because it creates a curiosity among the readers and the examiner to know that what you have discussed or what you have written in the project. I'm also going to make a project series where I'll be discussing each of these chapters in detail. So stay tuned for that series as well. The second chapter is going to be literature review or a company profile. If you have done your internship with some company, you can also mention what was the name of a company, location, company profile, company product portfolio, and the competitors. And if your project was based on some research or a survey, you can talk about the literature review. Literature review is nothing but the nature of work or the similar work which is done by other researchers or other people. Chapter number 3 is going to be research methodology. So under the research methodology, you'll have to mention research gap or why did you choose that particular topic, objective, hypothesis, sample size, sampling area, research design. All this stuff has to be mentioned in the research methodology chapter. Next chapter is going to be data analysis, or some people do call it as data analysis and discussion. Some people may call it as data analysis and interpretation. Under the data analysis, if you have referred to some graphs, charts, or if you have collected the primary data with the help of some questionnaire, you can also mention those tables and graphs with the discussion or with the interpretation. Chapter number 4 is going to be findings. Your findings will be depending upon your data analysis. So if you have, let's say, 10 questions, you'll have 10 findings. Even if it is just 1 or 2 pages chapter, that's fine. After the findings, you'll also have to suggest, or you'll also have to give some recommendations to the company. So the next chapter after the finding is going to be suggestions or recommendations. Chapter number 6 is going to be limitations. If your internship was just limited to 60 hours, maybe for a week, maybe for a month, that can be one limitation. Or the company or the work is only limited to some kind of a company, that can be one of the limitation. Or geographical area can be limitation. You can specify your limitations. Maximum 4 to 5 can be there in this chapter. After the limitation, it's going to be conclusion. So you'll have to conclude your chapter considering your introduction, literature review, company profile, research methodology, finding and suggestion. You'll have to summarize entire project in one chapter, and that's going to be your conclusion chapter. And the last one is going to be the references. During the project or while doing the project, you must have referred to some websites, some books, some research papers, journals or magazines. So that you'll have to mention in the reference chapter. And after the reference is going to be appendix. So if you have, like let's say for example, if you have done some questionnaire, if you have collected the data with the help of the questionnaire, so you'll have to take out the print of that questionnaire and attach it as an appendix. So these were the initial pages and the chapter schemes. So the last part of the video is going to be pro tip. Tip number 1, align your objective, title, objective and your findings and conclusion on a similar line. Like let's say for example, if your title is to study the customer satisfaction and objective is something different, it shouldn't be like that. So to study the customer satisfaction will be one of your objective, right? So try to align your title, objective, your finding and conclusion. Also similar suggestions can be given to the company. So try to have on a similar line. If not, then take the help of your teacher or maybe seniors or your peers to align them on a similar line. Second is going to be take care of the technical part, like the font size, font color, similarity, line spacing, margin and rest of the stuff. That also has to be taken care, because those are the small thing but creates the huge impact on the layout of your project. Tip number 3, whenever you're doing your internship or doing a project, try to keep your subject teacher or the reporting manager updated about your work. Next tip is get it corrected. If you are facing any difficulty or if you think like you need some assistance in maybe framing the title, objective or maybe hypothesis, take the help of your subject teacher and ask for the timely assistance or the support. But don't be over dependent, because I also have seen student, they just keep calling about even small thing. So the subject teacher also expects that the student should do some groundwork and come little prepared. And the last tip is, when it comes to the presentation of your report, present it confidently. That is going to help you. So these were the key points which you'll have to remember when you're writing the project based on your internship. To sum up, we have discussed the initial pages needs to be attached with the project, the chapter schemes and some tips. I'm sure you must have found them helpful. If so, then please give a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe the channel and hit on the bell icon to get the notification of latest uploads. Also do comment and let me know how did you find this video. So here I have come to an end of the internship series. Next video is going to be on question and answer based on the entire series. So if you have any questions which you want me to address, you can feel free to comment them. I'll try to incorporate them in my next video. So I'll see you guys in the next video, which is based on Q&A session. On this note, I'm Sandeep signing off. Thank you for your time.